All right, hello and welcome to episode 17 of Diggs Sideline Podcast. As always, I am your host, Sam DeCosmo, and joining me today...
My name's Patrick Lodia. I tried.
For everyone who can't figure it out, he's a Zim Reaper.
I'm a Zim Reaper today.
This is our
my Halloween. This is our Halloween edition.
This is our Halloween special. So week 9. Vikings at Kansas City.
We had a little bit of a break there.
It's going to be a tough game.
Yeah,
we did have a little bit of a break. And for our loyal listeners, I want to thank you for holding out. I know we have a Thursday night game. It's almost like a mini bye week. I think over the Vikings actual bye week, I think we'll have something special cooked up for you guys. But we did take a little bit of a break, about a week and a half. But we're back.
And for those who don't know and are just joining us maybe for the first time, Sam and I are both headed to Kansas City this week.
That's right.
So, we're taking DSP with us.
We're taking DSP, the heart of DSP is going to Kansas City, but unfortunately you won't get any podcasts from on site. But so I want to this game is going to be tough. And this was one of the I had us going 13-3 at the beginning of the season. This is one of our losses.
Yeah, definitely.
that I had projected.
But I don't think we projected no Patrick Mahomes.
We did not.
Which I think we should quick talk about.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Is Mahomes playing or not? Because I know against Green Bay, he was a game-time decision, and I was speaking with my dad. I just checked with him because he's a PT, physical therapist. He said usually for non-football players, normal human beings, it's 4 to 6 weeks. But football players are a different breed.
Right.
So I think it's just going to be literally game-time decision if he plays or not.
Yeah, I was hearing that he's not even day-to-day. He's hour-to-hour.
Wow, there you go.
Which, I mean... I don't even know what that means. It probably means that he's close to coming back, but they still just don't know. They don't know what they want to do. And the Vikings defense, their front seven is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they want to risk putting him in that situation and injuring him further. Because remember, he dislocated his knee when he was playing on an injured ankle.
Oh,
right. Different legs, but still, when you can't roll out of the pocket, you're limited in what you can do.
Yeah. Not to mention, he's a franchise future Hall of Fame quarterback, I'd like to think. And
reigning MVP.
Like I chatted with my dad, kneecaps are a little different. You got to be a little more careful with kneecaps.
Yeah.
Those can be very lingering.
Yeah. I think, I don't know. We're recording on Friday, and we still have no idea.
Yeah, right, exactly.
We'll see what happens. I personally don't think he plays. I don't think Andy Reid gambles the future just for a game.
Yeah.
But you never know. I mean, players play, and the reason football is a game is so that people can win it. So I don't know. But anyway, digging into the game here, it's going to be pretty good. Even Matt Moore is still a fantastic quarterback.
Well, that Packers game was much closer than I anticipated.
Matt Moore was threading the needle.
I will say I was a little bit hard on him at the beginning. I think it was 14-0, and I was like, screw this. This is I think we were talking, actually. And then he started coming back. He threw a couple dimes, and then he brought him back. And
that's kind of how the Packers are, though. If you don't play them a lot, then they will run up the score on you early until you figure them out.
Right.
And then once you figure them out, the same thing happened to us. They ran up the score on us early, and then the Kansas City game did kind of devolve into a bit of a shootout. But you know what? They still have some fantastic offensive weapons, and like I said, Matt Moore can thread the needle.
Mm-hmm.
They have Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce.
I want to quick talk about number 17, Mecole Hardman.
Who is that?
All game against the Packers there. This is another speedy guy. I think they threw a couple of bubble screens to the guy. He just absolutely took off.
Oh, that was that guy.
That was that guy. Yeah, I was texting you and Brian there, and I'm like, who's this number 17 guy?
Yeah. He could fly, and he was zigzagging his way through holes.
I know.
It was pretty incredible to watch.
Yeah.
He's definitely a threat that isn't, he's a low key threat.
Yeah, but back to your saying tight end. Kelce.
Yeah, they got Travis Kelce.
Sammy Watkins.
They have a lot of offense.
Yeah.
And Sammy Watkins hasn't been super productive this year, but he has the ability.
Right.
So he's somebody that you have to factor for. So, and then who's there? They have LaShawn McCoy, who fumbled the ball, but other than that, he's a good running back.
Should we talk about his ball carrying at all? Because I was just livid. Have you ever seen how this guy runs with the ball? He's going through the hole with his arm out like this.
Acting like he's breaking away for a touchdown, and he's at the line of scrimmage.
Jeez Louise. That's what threw that game away.
Yeah, that was part of it. I was just so pissed. As soon as the fourth quarter rolled in, I was like,
yeah. And I guess we should talk about the Kansas Packers game because that's kind of our film for the week.
Yeah.
Okay, I do need to say something. Aaron Rodgers had two absolutely godlike throws where
it was unbelievable.
I wasn't even mad. I tried to put my Viking pride aside, and I sat there and I said, holy freaking.
It was unbelievable. When he was getting sacked and he does what everyone in the world thought was a throwaway, but really he's throwing a fade to the back of the end zone to Aaron Jones.
I think it was Willie.
Or was it Williams? Yeah, it was the running back, whoever was in.
Dude, what the frick,
my
man?
Gosh.
What the
that is and you can't even be mad about that.
And I wasn't mad.
But it's like, my God.
And then before that one, he had another one in the first quarter where he was going down. He threw it to that Jesus-looking player.
Yeah.
And it was just another dime.
The other really good Packer player that's kind of rising in with Devontae Adams out is that Lazard guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's big.
Right.
So, I don't know. After that throw that everyone thought he was throwing it away, but it was a fade to the back of the end zone, I think I texted you. I was like, Aaron Rodgers, he sold his soul to the devil, right? Like that's what's happening here.
Exactly.
Like there's no other explanation.
Right.
And maybe the Zim Reaper can confirm or deny.
Oh, I don't have my staff with me. Oh no! Oh, here it is. I missed part of my costume. Yeah. So he 100% sold his soul to the devil.
It's
I can confirm.
And it's like you look at his eyes, even when he's doing the introducing Aaron Rodgers, Cal. It's like his eyes are soulless.
He's dead inside. This game is just a joke to him. Anyways,
but here's the thing: the Kansas City defense. I really think that their defense, their offense, is the strength of their team. Yeah. Not to say that their defense isn't good, but they have some exploitable things there.
Exactly.
Pieces.
Hit me with something. Hit me with your first exploitable defensive thing. I've got something brewing here, and I'm hoping you don't say it. But what do you got?
Just their secondary in general.
Oh, you're talking about secondary. Okay.
Their secondary to me is very beatable. They're fast, but if you put a move on them, it's a game over.
You know who our MVP for this game is going to be?
Who's the MVP?
And it's not a shock. It's Dalvin Cook.
Cook.
There is no reason why they don't have him playing wide receiver this week.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? Like, that's exactly what they did with Aaron Jones and that line. I was saying, in today's NFL, I don't care what kind of a running back you are. If you're a fifth stringer, you're going up against man-to-man on a linebacker. You are going to beat them 9.9 times out of 10.
Right.
The linebacker just has no shot.
Well, and not only that, today's running back doesn't have a shot in the NFL if they can't catch the ball and run around.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, AP's still lingering around, but you are not a NFL caliber running back if you can't run around and catch a ball.
Yeah, and you know what happened there? It was 3rd and 3 at the end of the game, and Matt LaFleur is looking up at Rodgers like the little kid's looking up at his freaking dad, which, fine, Rodgers is a god, but I just laugh at that because it's just hilarious. But he goes, let's win us the game. And Rodgers just knew. He's like, just put Aaron Jones out on that linebacker, do an out route. We did that 4 times that game, and it was the easiest completion in the game, and that was the game over.
Yeah, it was pretty unbelievable. I don't know. I mean, I'm a few days removed from the game, so I can't really remember, but I just remember thinking, God dang it, I just hate the Packers so much because the Chiefs had a bunch of opportunities to win that game.
They really did. Not to mention the guy who dropped the interception at I think it was in the second half, the start of it. He literally just dropped it.
I can't believe that. You are playing in the National Football League. And not only that, you're playing on the Kansas City Chiefs, who many thought were going to, and they still very well may, secure a first-round bye in the playoffs. And you can't catch a ball? What is going on? That's pretty. I don't know. And that's why I say their secondary is what's exploitable here. Mm-hmm. I mean their pass rush isn't that great either. So I think that I hope it doesn't devolve into a shootout. But with their offensive weapons, and again, I can't stress this enough. Matt Moore is a very capable quarterback.
Yeah.
So I just it's going to be a very, very good game.
You know what else we can talk about is the Packers were able to rush quite a bit too.
Yeah. They had 118 yards as a team. Aaron Jones had 67.
Oh, I'm glad you have that.
And he was averaging 5.2 yards a carry, and it just seemed like every time he ran the ball, it was just like boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I quick tell you what? So I typed in Chiefs-Packers game recap, and it pulled up on ESPN. The Chiefs have Kyle Shermer and Chase Litton, and Packers have Kaiser. So I don't know what game that is, but
I think I don't know.
I'm really glad you had the stats up.
I think they're talking about backups. I remember reading earlier in the week that Kansas City, since Matt Moore is their starter, they don't really have any options, so they actually signed Pat Shermer's kid, Kyle.
Yeah.
And he was on their practice squad.
But this is week 5 or 4. Anyway, I don't know what year this is. Anyways.
Anyway.
Yeah, so very exploitable. I think Dalvin Cook is going to have like a 200 game all-purpose game.
I think 200. Yeah, that's pretty. So here's the other question: is Adam Thielen going to play?
Yes, he is.
Is he?
Because you know what? We had I read something. We had all 53 man players who were starting at training camp are all active and like playing. Yeah, there was I think 2 Griffin and like Linval Joseph were like on the report, but they were full practice, and there was one that was limited. But
that was Thielen.
Oh, that was Thielen. Oh, there you go. Yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah. But yeah, think about that. We're sitting at week 9, and we have a full roster,
and that's
just about
that's
full
why
roster.
That's why the Thursday night game came at the perfect time.
Yeah.
A lot of teams are getting buys and resting up, and we got a mini bye to rest up.
Exactly.
And then we have 3 more games. We get our full bye, and then it'll be the home stretch.
So you know what I am concerned about?
What are you concerned about?
The Vikings coming out flat. They take some time off.
All the time.
You know what we have to talk about? J-Ron Curse and Mike Hughes. How did we not have that in our discussion?
What
here?
a knucklehead.
Dude, what the heck,
Is
man?
Mike Hughes in trouble too? I know he was in the car, but is he part of what's in trouble? I know not legally because he wasn't driving and those firearms weren't his.
Yeah.
But is Zimmer like pissed at him?
Oh, I think they're both. Zimmer had some choice words. I don't have I should have the quote pulled up, but
he said he was ticked off.
He was very ticked off. He made the point that he's worked very hard to fix this team up from where it was, because there was quite. I don't even remember that. Maybe you remember a little more, but I guess we were pretty.
Well, the Vikings have a long and storied history of having some off the field antics. If you
all
recall,
I remember is the love boat.
The love boat.
But
that's enough to cover it
for today's show. But Zimmer sounded really, really ticked off about it.
Yeah, he was,
and as he should be. Because okay.
And here's the thing. Yeah. Like Mike Hughes might have a little bit of wiggle room to get away with. J-Ron Curse, he's a special teamer.
Exactly.
He goes in when we're in dire need of another back, and it's like, dude.
But you know what's frustrating is we're getting Holton Hill back. Things just seem kind of be on the up and up, and then this comes out.
You know who else we're getting back? Josh Doxson.
Oh, yes. I'm actually thrilled about that. Yes. I'm pumped about that.
I hope he gets all of Laquan Treadwell's stuff.
Yeah, he needs to be in the slot. Him and BB belong in the slot.
Can you imagine that big body Josh Doxson just in the slot?
I know.
Oh, my gosh.
With Thielen, Diggs.
That's honestly, that's our answer to Travis Kelce.
Yeah. Right. That's spot on. Yeah.
Well, and not to mention Irv Smith.
Yeah.
I just love that. So for how deviating from the game, how long have the Vikings been, just a dominant defense with an okay offense where the defense has to win us the game? Pretty much ever since Mike Zimmer got here.
Yeah.
For the first time, I feel like we have a complete offense.
I know.
Even when we went 13-3 with Case Keenum, went to the NFC Championship game, I didn't feel like we were a complete offense at that time.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I just feel like we're so well-rounded. The offensive line is finally figuring it out. And maybe it's because we're calling play action, giving Kirk Cousins more time, and so that passes the offensive line.
So be it.
But
you know what? That's part of the game plan.
That's part of the game plan.
Yeah, exactly.
I just love how complete our offense is.
And I think this is what Spielman and Zimmer, when they both signed that contract and the pen and paper were down and the signatures were signed, this is what they envisioned.
I think so, yeah.
And I know the Packers are a game ahead of us, and they're touted to go into the Super Bowl, but we have the more complete team. Can we be honest? Like, unbiased.
100%. We have a more complete team. They have some fantastic playmakers. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Jones is a fantastic player. That Lazard guy is very, very good.
They don't have Adams, too, so they're playing down.
But you know what? Like, that's really all. I mean, they have a good left tackle in what was it, Bulaga? But or Bakhtiari or whoever. Yep. But they just don't have a complete,
Yeah,
they just don't have it all.
And I'm just waiting for the game when they come into the playoffs and they play an actual ready football team.
They haven't played a single team, Pat.
And they completely shut down their quote unquote star players on the outside, and then Rodgers has nowhere to throw the ball, and he's just pissed off that whole game.
I cannot wait for them to play. A New Orleans Saints,
right? Exactly. Seahawks,
Seattle Seahawks.
Russell Wilson will gobble him up.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
I can't wait. San Francisco 49ers.
That's coming up.
I called my shot. 41 donut.
I'm glad you said it again. Hey man, I'm pulling for you, dude.
Oh, okay. So anyway, so back to the game. Yeah, Kansas City, they have a lot of offensive weapons. I think their defense is exploitable. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. If I was a betting man, I would hammer the over here. I think it's going to be a good game.
Do we have any hope and a prayer that Mike Zimmer's press coverage and pass coverage is just a little bit better? Or is this what we got to expect going through the season now?
I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with Xavier Rhodes and the fact that he's kind of lost a step.
Yeah, that could be a big ripple
I think
effect.
his fundamentals are still sound, but I just think he's getting older, man.
Yeah.
So we'll see, and it's going to be tough. Let's talk about our defensive game plan here for a second.
Yeah.
So they have speed and they have strength. They have Tyreek Hill, they have Travis Kelce, they have that number 17, whatever that guy's name is. And they can do a lot. So we are going to have to be able to counteract that speed. And I kind of was spitballing with you. How do you do this?
Yeah, we were talking about that. Yeah.
It's sort of like a hybrid man zone kind of scheme, I think, where you have to try to keep it. I don't think you can play press on Tyreek Hill. I just don't think you can.
Forget that.
And I mean, he's not running those quick slants anyway. That's Travis Kelce's deal.
Right.
So you play off of him a little bit. You give him a little bit of cushion. And then you play man up for like the first 15 yards of the route, and then you got to pass him off to whoever is there, and it's kind of like a zone, but it's like this is our second level man coverage type of deal, where it's like Harrison Smith or Anthony Harris, like you are taking Tyreek Hill once he gets past Xavier Rhodes, and then Xavier Rhodes you're coming into the flat or something like that.
You know what I'm concerned about is I think this is going to be out of the shotgun game for Matt Moore with LaShawn McCoy or whoever off to his right.
Yeah.
4 wide, whether tight ends or wide receivers or whatever, and we're not going to have time to get to the quarterback again because they're in shotgun.
Yeah.
And they're just going to slip through a zone, someone's going to be open, and they're just going to chip away at us. That's what I'm worried about.
I am excited to see our defense perform just because I don't think that their offensive line is that great.
Yeah.
I think that...
But don't you agree, though? When we play teams and they're out of shotgun, we just can't get to them.
Well, exactly. They're out of shotgun, and then the ball's out of their hands within 1.2 seconds.
And you know what? Andy Reid, they did have a highlight, or not a highlight, but like one of those little animations. And his quarterbacks get the ball out in under 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So forget getting a sack this game.
Did the Packers have any sacks last game? I know they know the Chiefs got to Aaron Rodgers quite a bit.
Yeah, I can't tell you on that. But
he was sacked twice, but I'm not sure what those situations were or anything like that. But he's a capable quarterback. 24 for 36, 267 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I thought he played after I bashed him. That's what I've noticed. Every time I bash someone, they start to do exponentially better. So I'm gonna keep doing that. Kirk Cousins, you suck, dude.
Which, by the way, Kirk Cousins, NFC Offensive Player of the Week or of the month.
Let's go.
So let's keep that going.
Yeah.
And don't.
So you know what? To all the Viking fans who are still negative about that, you know what? Stop.
Yeah, screw you guys.
And I'm talking. You know who I'm talking to at work here, who doesn't watch the podcast, but I'm gonna talk to you anyways. Just stop, because last night I got into this argument with this guy, and I was just like, "Dude, what is?"
It's like, what else does Kirk need to do to prove that he's worth it?
I try to just tell him, I'm like, I don't care if we play crap teams. He's played lights out for the last 4 weeks, and he just went off, and I'm like, dude, you gotta go.
And I mean, there's crap teams, but you have to remember they're still all NFL caliber talent, and you can't just discount that.
Exactly.
I mean, we are having our way with the NFC East right now, which I'm loving. Which, by the way, next week, Cowboys.
Let's not look past this game. We got a tough schedule coming up.
Yeah, Cowboys and then Broncos at home, then the bye. Then I think we play Seattle.
I think that's Monday night. Or some kind of primetime game.
Yeah,
but dude, it's not. This is going to test us for sure.
This is going to be our big test. Like I said, I have us 13-3, and I have this as one of our losses.
Yeah.
What's interesting to me is Kansas City is 5-3. And they are 1-3 at home. All of their losses have come at Arrowhead so far.
That is mind-boggling.
And
they almost lost to the Lions too. So
they almost
could
lost
very
to the
well
Lions.
be 4-4.
Well, and that's just it. That's the game plan. The Zimmer's gonna love our game plan.
Yeah. What did the Lions do?
Because all the key, and even with Patrick Mahomes, the key to beating the Chiefs is ball control.
Right.
If you can hold on to the ball and keep it out of their offense's hands, A, you're going to gas their defense. B, their defense isn't all that good. So I think when you say Dalvin Cook is going to have 200 all-purpose yards, I agree. But I don't necessarily think that all of them are going to come from the passing game. We're going to be running the dang ball.
Hey, not to mention Madison.
Madison is going to have a heck of a game.
Let's go back to what you said. On paper, our team, we've got just the full team.
Yeah, and depth too. I have very high hopes for this team, and I know they're going to let me down because
they always do.
For those of you that don't know, this podcast, Dig Sideline Podcast, was originally supposed to be named Wide Left.
Yeah, that's right.
And it was going to be about the plight of the normal Viking fan, where we get so happy, and then all of a sudden Blair Walsh kicks one wide left, or Gary Anderson kicks one wide left. But we decided to go with Dig Sideline Podcast because we wanted to be happy.
If I can be honest with you, I'm kind of glad we went with Dig Sideline. It's worked out nice.
It's a little less
and that's credit to our friend Alex Stadnick with the name creation there.
Yeah.
As rightfully so. But so you get all the money in the future when we become millionaires. No.
Did we give him a royalty? Or
No, we didn't.
So the key to successes here are going to be the holding onto the ball.
Yep.
Playing shutdown D, and when they do have the ball, and the offense is playing to their potential, which I think that they can do. I think this is going to be a very high-scoring game.
And let's talk about special teams. I think special teams is going to be big. And Dan Bailey I think he was Player of the Week or something like that too.
Yeah,
we had a couple Player of the Month and weeks this year.
I'm telling you, this Vikings team is for real, and people keep sleeping on us. But you know what? We're sitting 6-2.
Yeah,
halfway through the season.
All right, and I think that's a good time to introduce we're doing a segment for Halloween here. It's our spooky, scariest players. I don't know if an animation's going to come in or not, but
all right, I'll go first. Why don't we'll switch off?
Trade off? Okay,
we'll trade off.
I want you to do. So let me quick. So we wanted to do for this segment. We're picking 3 players, whether they're past, present, or current, or whatever, on any NFL team. Our scariest defensive players. So go ahead and hit me with the first one, Sam.
So my first one, he is a current player.
Okay,
and he plays for the Los Angeles Rams. And his name is Aaron Darnold.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that's a good one.
Dude.
Yeah.
Did you see that highlight the other week when he got into a fight with, I think it was Devonta Freeman on the Falcons?
No,
and he literally did like the Darth Vader, like picks him up by his neck. Like, it was like, oh my gosh.
And was Devontae just like punching his arms?
His legs were squirming. It was so funny.
Yeah, but
not monster, in the game, he's always getting to the quarterback. But if that dude has that kind of strength, oh man, scary dude.
Yeah. So is that your number 3 or number 1?
That's probably my number 1.
That's your number 1.
That's my number 1.
Okay. I'm gonna work backwards.
Okay.
My number 3 is gosh dang, I'm drawing a blank on his name now. Sorry.
This is great podcasting.
Hang on, I had it. Okay. Oh yeah, his first name is just odd. His name is LaRon Landry. Do you remember him on the Colts?
Don't.
Okay, and the only reason why I bring him up, so he ended up getting caught for steroids and all this stuff. But
as do most of these folks.
But when you see the picture here, his arms, I kid you not, they are like the size of my freaking hand. His arms were just that big.
Jeez.
And I think after he posted a couple pictures like that on Instagram, they started drug testing him, and then they caught him for like PEDs and steroids and all that stuff. But he used to hit super hard, and he was just kind of like this big scary safety, and I'm not promoting steroids or anything, but he was kind of my third lower tier just because of sheer size is what I have him for. But all right, who is your number 2?
My number 2, and maybe I'll switch it up. I don't. No. Aaron Donald's my number 1.
Yeah, that's fine.
My number 2 is Ray Lewis.
Oh, why did I not even think about him?
That dude, he was a monster on the field. I think he won a Super Bowl with the Ravens.
I think he killed the guy too.
Yeah, he killed the guy. Ray Lewis killed the guy.
He did.
It was after the Super Bowl. They went out and partied and were celebrating, and something happened, and a gun went off, and I don't know what happened, but Ray Lewis killed the guy.
Hey, he's on ESPN or doing all these shows. And it's fine, living life.
You know what, Ray? If you're watching this, please don't sue us.
Yeah.
We're just trying to have a funny podcast.
Should I edit that out? No. But keep going on Ray Lewis. I want to quick talk about his.
He was just a monster on the field.
Pregame, with that dance.
Yeah,
dude,
hyping people up.
Yeah,
and not only when he's hyping people up, that's got to put some fear into the opponent.
Right. No, for sure.
Scary dude.
All right, my number 2 is an Eagles defender, Brian Dawkins.
Ooh,
do you remember Brian Dawkins?
I do not remember Brian.
You remember Brian Dawkins? Number 20, I think. Oh,
how long ago was this?
This is probably back early high school, maybe late middle school. Yeah, for me at least. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, he was just a super hard hitting safety, and he also kind of had one of those dances when he came on.
Yeah.
Him and Ray Lewis were that same kind of breed. But yeah, so that was my number 2. Who is your number 3?
My number 3, and this could easily be my number 1.
Yeah.
Is not in fact a player. It is a group of, we'll call them players.
Okay.
And it is the referees whenever Green Bay is playing a game. They are the scariest people in the field because you never know what's going to happen. And it's always going to be in favor of the Packers.
I love it. That's perfect.
Very spooky.
Yeah. That's the best. That's your number one for sure. Darnold, get down. Hey, I love that. That's a good answer. So I've got for now, my number one. He's no longer a player. I don't know. He might still be active if someone picks him up, but it's freaking James Harrison.
Oh,
dude. That is the scariest motherfricker alive.
Oh my gosh.
There are videos of him just benching. I can't even count how many plates are on there.
And he gets mad when he's lifting.
He's doing trap exercise, and the whole bar, if the bar is bending, you know. And
that dude is a freak.
Is a freak, man. And he's like 6 foot, 8 on the line, just pushing people back.
Can you imagine the conversation? I wonder who had the conversation with him when he was getting cut from the Steelers. For some reason, the Steelers cut him mid-season.
No, dude.
And then the Patriots picked him up.
I think he's close to like 40 years old. So
well, he is old, but he was still performing. He was still doing very, very well.
Yeah, that's true. There must have been some reason.
But anyway.
Yeah.
I saw.
He's 41 right now.
He's 40, and he's not playing anymore. I don't think.
Yeah, no.
But still, I think they cut him. He was 39 or something like that, or
and then
38.
I think there were videos of him posting like on Instagram, pushing all that weight, and the Patriots are like, let's just quick scoop that up.
It was unbelievable. I saw a video of him once, and the caption was when the Steelers say that you're getting cut, and it was a picture of him in the weight room, and he just dropped a bunch of weights, and he was just like hulking out, like Hulk Hulk
you
smash.
Don't cut me, I cut you.
Yeah, dude, that's a very good pick.
So those are our top three, and I just want to say one more because he deserves his name being said. Khalil Mack.
Yeah, Khalil.
There's
Mack.
no reason that he's not being said, but he's too obvious of an answer.
Yeah.
But now let's do score predictions.
Yeah, score predictions. So this is very, very interesting. So on ESPN, there is no point spread, and there is no money line. There's no over-under. There's no nothing. And I was kind of curious as to why that was. So I went to a popular gambling website, and they also didn't have any data on that. So I'm not sure what that means. If they think it's going to be too close a game, they don't even want to take bets on it because
probably because of how the Packer game turned out.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
that might be why.
Spread on that? Do you know?
So. I'd have to go back to look at that.
Okay.
But I will say ESPN's matchup predictor has the Vikings at a 52.5% chance of winning.
Oh, wow.
So it's very slightly in favor of the Vikings.
Oh, that is slight, yeah.
But that's not anything. That's just ESPN's whatever. So I don't know. It's going to be very close. I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game.
Yeah.
I think, if the money line was set at 50, I think they'd still hit the over. I think the Vikings are going to win. I think the Vikings are going to win 34-31.
34-31. Dang. That is very
Zimmer's
close.
defense, for some reason, has been letting up a lot of points this year.
Yeah, they have been, yeah.
I'm
going to go ahead and go 31-21 Vikings.
Okay.
Yeah. And I will be cheering my butt off. If I don't come back on Monday without a voice, I've failed all of you and myself. Yeah, Sam might be going too.
I might be going. We will see. Either way, I will be cheering. And
we might post some funny stories on Instagram and Facebook. So if you're interested, you can follow us. But so we'll see. Just hanging out at the game and with friends or whatever. But
all right, Pat. Like I said, going into the season, this was one of the 3 games I had us pegged for a loss. So if we can come out with a win, that would just be
huge. Yeah,
huge.
Right.
So,
hey,
let's go.
Let's wrap it up, big guy.
All right. So join us next time on Dig Sideline Podcast. We'll be reviewing what is hopefully a Vikings win. And hopefully all of our predictions are right. Dalvin Cook has 200-plus yards. And, until then, Skol Vikings.
I love it. Thanks again for listening, everyone.